You know, when I look around at all the entrepreneurs who are grinding it out, spending 70 to 80 hours per week growing their business, you have to ask yourself the question, at what cost? Hi, my name's Tim Uchuk, and in this podcast, we're going to be exploring the tools, tactics, and strategies for crushing it and scaling your business without making the ultimate sacrifice of your time and freedom. Hey everyone, Tim Uchuk here, and as per usual, I am out on a quick errand on what is now a start of the week. It is the day before New Year's Eve, and I wanted to share with you, we had an interesting marketing call this morning because we're planning just to hit the ground running on the marketing side of our business. There's a number of areas that we want to tune up over the next quarter so that we can, again, hit the ground running and really upgrade in every possible area our marketing efforts. And I'm going to define marketing versus sales because a lot of people get this kind of confused. So I want to define that. And then I want to share with you how I think about marketing in a way that I think will help you to be just more strategic in terms of, you know, how to focus your efforts in a meaningful way when it comes to improving this part of your business. Okay, so first off, let's start with a definition in terms of marketing. And I think of it in terms of the analogy of picture a putting green, right? You're golfing, you're on a putting green. And that golf ball, in relation to where the hole is, the golf hole, marketing moves that ball closer. So when you have marketing and it's done really well, that putt, which is the sale, closing it, right? Putting that ball into the hole should be as close as possible. So when you've got a strong marketing system in place, the sale is like a tap-in putt. In the absence of marketing, you've got a really long 30, 40 foot putt to make. And so what does marketing do? It really makes that conversion, which is the putt into the hole, much easier. How do we do that? Well, I want to talk to you about the 5 areas within your marketing that really contribute to moving someone, right, a prospect, somebody who you'd like to turn into a customer eventually. You want to move them through essentially 2 dimensions. Dimension number 1 is know you, like you, trust you. So if they don't know who you are, well, chances are you won't be able to sell them anything. If they don't like you, and they don't trust you, right? All things being considered equal, people do business with those who they like. So first of all, you need to be on their radar. So knowing you, liking you, because they associate you with value, and do they trust you? Have you earned their trust? So know you, like you, trust you is dimension number 1 in terms of how you move that golf ball closer to the hole for tap-in putts, right? So sales is making that putt. Marketing is moving that golf ball closer to the hole. Know you, like you, trust you. The second part that your marketing should be doing for you is moving people through the phases of awareness, which are problem aware, through to solutions aware, through to product aware. So if you think in terms of when you're buying a product, you won't even start looking for a product unless you're aware that you have a problem. Right? If you think about the infomercials, the famous infomercials out there, they really dramatize problems that oftentimes don't exist. Like think about the Snuggie, where you're on your couch and you just can't figure out your blanket situation. It's such a ludicrous scenario, but when they're demonstrating it through the infomercial, they exaggerate the pain. Remember, you open the fridge or you open the cupboard and everything just falls onto you. They're really pouring salt on the wound in terms of making you problem aware. So that's the first goal of marketing, is to educate people and make them aware. Not only do you have a problem, but here's the cost. So you make them aware. Once they're aware of the problem, now they need to know that there's a solution. So that's making them solution aware. And then, oh, by the way, we happen to have a product. So product aware is kind of that third stage through that dimension of problem aware, solutions aware, and then product aware. And so marketing has to do that to acquire customers and leads and so on and nurture them. It's really just making them problem aware, solution aware, product aware, and all these, and then know you, like you, trust you, right? So those two dimensions all serve to move the golf ball closer to the hole so that your sales side of your business, it's more like a tap in putt. When this stuff is really humming and it's working really well, when your sales guys pick up the phone, it's like people are already preconditioned to want to do business with you. That is what it looks like when the marketing is done and done well. So getting back to the conversation we had this morning, so we're really identifying where we want to focus our energy and efforts over the next quarter for all of our businesses, which can be really, really complicated if you don't have a way of thinking about this stuff. Because again, truck body manufacturing business, couple service businesses, compressor, HVAC. We're launching another one, and there would be so many moving parts for me at least, and I'm sure for you if you don't have a framework. And so the framework, once you understand this, it's going to be much easier in terms of how to think about your activities when it comes to marketing in your business. And again, marketing is moving that golf ball closer to the hole. Okay, so the framework, there's essentially 5 buckets. And think of it in terms of, I've covered this before, but it's like a funnel. The top of the funnel is cold, the bottom of the funnel is hot. So the ones at the bottom are ready to buy, ready to rock. The ones at the top, they don't even know about you. They're just kind of entering your world. And so the 5 kind of phases moving top to bottom through that funnel, we start with awareness. So people are aware that you even exist. And if you know about the problem aware, well, the people at that very top that are cold, they're likely not even aware that they have a problem. So you're educating that top of your market by creating awareness, and not only awareness that you exist, but you're the one that's helping them and educating them in terms of the problem that they have that exists. So, for example, roofing. Did you know that not replacing or maintaining your roof could cost you this, this, and this? So that's an example of educating and making your ideal prospects problem aware. Insurance, problem aware. Think in terms of, I was talking to a friend of mine who's in the insurance industry. We were talking about people aren't aware of the cost of not having insurance until they check out a GoFundMe page, right? So if you're a salesperson and you sell insurance, you just have to say, you want to know the cost of not having insurance? Go check out all of the GoFundMes out there where people are raising money because they don't have insurance. That is making people problem aware and educating them in such a way that you're kind of pouring salt on that wound to wake them up and realize this is a real big problem for you. And so that's kind of the top is that awareness. The next phase underneath awareness is you want to create engagement. And so that's where people are raising their hand and saying, I'm interested, because if they're not doing it, then you don't really, you're not holding your marketing accountable. So you can create engagement. The lowest level engagement is people liking and commenting and sharing a post, let's say on social media. So it could be Instagram or Facebook. That's them engaging with your content. Where you want to take them ultimately is turning them into a lead. And when you turn them into a lead, you can get them on an email list, for example, where you can continue that conversation. You can continue to communicate with them. Or when they follow you on social media, on Facebook, so they're liking your page, they're following you on Instagram. Now they're going to start seeing your Instagram stories or your posts where you're continuing to share, the top 10, you know, ABC strategies for solving ABC problem, right? So you continue that conversation, and you continue to nurture them, you continue to awareness, engagement, and then the third is nurturing. So once you've gotten them to engage, that third rung down that funnel is nurturing. So most people, majority of your ideal prospects aren't ready today. So that's why we have to nurture them so that when they're ready to buy, right, when somebody needs that new roof or when somebody's finally got time to look at their insurance policy, who's going to be top of mind? It's that person who's made them aware and who's engaged with them, made them problem aware, made them solution aware, hopefully it's you, and then eventually product aware, which is hopefully it's you. So you've taken them through that top, which is awareness, then engaging them. And when you engage people, by the way, this is a little strategy when you get into setting up online ads, is you can target people who have engaged with your content. So there's some ninja stuff that you can do, which is advantageous when you get people to engage with your content. Go to your website, like a post, share a post, comment, stuff like that. So again, from the top, it's awareness. Then we've got engagement, which is like sharing, commenting, or opting in as a lead. And then nurturing, which is kind of the long game where you're just providing kind of content, you're top of mind, they're associating you with value. That's nurturing. And then ultimately when they're ready on that day, when the day arrives, it's convert. So that's oftentimes a meeting, and a meeting turns into oftentimes a proposal for whatever it is you offer, and that's your conversion. So you're turning, those people eventually, and everybody's going to be moving at different paces, different rates through this process into customers. And then once they're customers, you've got the back end, which is repeat business or referrals. And so those are kind of the 5 areas that you need to think about, or the 5 buckets when it comes to your marketing strategy. Is bucket number 1, do you have a method of creating awareness? And so again, awareness would be setting up your Facebook page in the right way so that people know who you are and what you do. Really, really, they don't need to guess in terms of who you are and what you do. So that's creating awareness. Now, engaging is creating content and sharing it, and engaging people with content that know you, like you, trust you, and problem aware, solutions aware, and ultimately product aware. But we really want to talk about the problem rather than just talking about ourselves and our product, because people don't even care about our product until they understand the problem, and that they have a problem, and they understand the solution, and that there is a solution, if that makes sense. So again, we've got the top, awareness, then engagement underneath that, and then nurturing through your email list and continuing to deliver, value content, value posts, and then eventually converting. And then after that conversion, we've got the repeat. So when you understand those 5 buckets, you can be more strategic. You can start to talk and hold if you've got a marketing team, hold them accountable. If you outsource it, you can talk to them in these terms, so you don't feel like you're completely illiterate when it comes to marketing. But yeah, that's basically it. Those are the 5 buckets that we looked at in the marketing meeting, and we're just continuing to look at these and optimize each of these 5 areas to make sure that we have a plan and we're addressing that, and there aren't any kind of gaps in that process that is required for any business to move someone through those stages and ultimately become a lifelong customer and source of additional sales through referrals and stuff like that. And that's basically it. So when you understand this, it makes that process much easier to understand, moving that golf ball closer to the hole. If you're interested in taking this stuff a little bit deeper, by the way, this is stuff we cover in the Perfect Week coaching program, which you can always check out. Our new domain is perfectweekmethod.com. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. Otherwise, I hope this is helpful as you're looking forward towards your marketing strategy and making it easier to convert, ideal prospects and leads and the customers by understanding these 5 buckets and the 2 dimensions, which again are know you, like you, trust you, and problem aware, solutions aware, and product aware. So hope that was helpful. I am at my destination, and I will catch up with you guys real soon. Hey, Tim Uchuk here, and real quick, if you enjoyed this podcast episode, if you could take a couple quick seconds to give it a rating, it would be very much appreciated. And secondly, if you're looking for more tools and strategies on how you can crush it in life and business, just head on over to bookwithtim.com, where I've put together a free case study which shows you how to unlock unprecedented freedom today by using the 2 power levers. Just head on over to bookwithtim.com. Until next time, wishing you success and freedom in your business. Cheers.